Quote of the day. More tunnels, more problems. Seniac, founding father of Fishtown. Me. Looks at the title. Tunnel Heaven? Also me looks at the video. More like Tunnel Hell. Seniac. Tunnel Heaven! Me. Episode 34. We're changing the name of Fishtown to Tunnel Town. Seniac. Let's take all the road crossings off. People of Fishtown. Okay. Let's fly to the shop then. No one. Not a single soul. Seniac. The Bermuda Triangle. Laughs evilly after saying it. Guys! Welcome back to another episode of Fishtown here in City Skylines where, I'm about to say yesterday. Last episode, we built lots of tunnels. It solved a lot of our traffic because I was too lazy to even attempt to edit or change that mess of an underground tunnel. And that is what we're going to keep it. A mess of an underground tunnel right now. Today, guys, I want to tell you that this might be the penultimate episode to Fishtown. Next episode could be the very last one because we've pretty much done everything that we need to do. We're running out of land to build, and if I just reclaim land, that will be kind of pointless. It will no longer be islands. It will then low-key just be all land. And the ships will have nowhere to go, and we'll have no sea to catch fish. So, guys, if you have been enjoying Fishtown and you know, I'm kind of sad to see the series come to an end, and please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe so you're notified when the next episode does come out, and maybe what comes in the future when Fishtown has ended. So what I want to do today then is kind of work on all the little nooks and crannies, all the little gaps and bits and bobs and stuff like that. A lot of you guys in the comments are talking about me not putting any kind of giveaway signs or yielding signs, depending on where you are in the world, to the roundabouts. And there's a big reason why I kind of don't like putting those giveaway signs and roundabouts, because as good as they are, they obviously dictate the flow of traffic. They keep the roundabout moving and moving and moving. The only reason I don't like using them is because, right, I kind of have this thing in my head, and if I see like 4 or 5 cars backed up, even though they're low-key are moving and just waiting their turn to get on, I don't like it. If I see here 4 cars waiting to get onto the roundabout because there's a vehicle going past, I hate that. I need everything free-flowing as much as possible. But as it stands right now, I mean, I don't think you can call it OCD. I know it's a huge mess, but as it stands right now, it's kind of, you know, okay. It's kind of okay. I don't want to put any of the signs. The only thing we got here is the traffic coming down here, but I mean, come on. Does it really mean that much at this point? I don't think it does. I want to get rid of some of this industrial and commercial demand again. It's like this Fishtown has wanted nothing but commercial from day one. And I think that's literally down to the huge fishing industry that we kind of have right now. So what we're going to do then is we're going to try and fill all these little nooks and crannies that we now have remaining with commercial, with the industrial, and try and then finalize and fill it all up. So I'm going to come up to about here and cut into there. I could actually could have done that on a bend. Let me go back a bit here. That would have made a little bit more sense. Like that there. So we've got a nice little couple of cut through pattern routes there, which will be quite nice. And we're then literally going to fill it all with high density commercial. Okay. Bring it all down. Bam, 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 bam. Now, guys, in the comment section right now, when this series eventually ends, I am gonna put this on the Steam Workshop for you guys to download and check it out, and potentially fix all the issues that are wrong with it if you want to go down that route. But what do you want me to do for the finale? Should I just make a huge tsunami hit Fishtown? That would be kind of hilarious. Don't worry, I won't put the save game with a tsunami up there. I'll put the save game before I do destroy the Fishtown. But let me know what you think I should do to kind of end the series. It's been a good run, and it'll be quite fun to see something happen, if you know what I mean. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a road going up here now. Actually, I'll come off this here. And then we'll go straight up there as a nice little connection. Right, it hasn't affected that, which is all good. Which means I can continue this strip of high-density commercial tearing through. There we go. And what can we get on this side? Just on that side of the train tracks there as well. Right, let's fast forward then. And allow that to kind of get all built in and try and get rid of all that commercial demand that we kind of have right now. We do have a lot of industrial demand, and we do have this huge section here that I'm still yet to kind of do anything with. So I'm thinking, right, now we've got this huge monstrosity right now. There's not really a lot we could do about this. I think we should cul-de-sac the ends of the residential area. So if I just bring this out to there to kind of cul-de-sac it off. Spin this round. Boom. One there. One there. And then one there. Keeps us quite free and open on this side to add a few more bits and bobs in. So what we'll do, I'm going to remove the Eden project again. And where should I squeeze it? Should I place it? Alright, it can fit there, which we'll drop it there, which everyone hates it, but then everyone will love it again. It's really weird how it does that. And let me get to my roads. Because, you know, to be honest with you, right, I could actually get rid of this cul-de-sac here and allow this to kind of flow and connect up to there. So if I brought this out to 20 by here, and then kind of bent it up. Where's the connection? So it allows them to kind of then pass through and to avoid this junction, which is a really nice one. And then we'll bring this out here to about 16 there, and then cul-de-sac that off. And then I'm going to fill it with a load of trees. So bam, there we go. So it just kind of changes the area, the vibe slightly of what's going down. And we'll just kind of see how that rock and rolls. We'll see how that rock and rolls. So, let's fill this. Hang on, it does have water, right? No. Yeah, I secretly knew it never had water. See, I'm smart like that, boys. I'm so smart that I forget to do stuff. That's how smart your boy is right now. Right, that's all good then. We'll get finalize the last little bit of residential around here. There we go. I'm going to go just under there. And what do we do? Do we take it all the way, this residential? No, I reckon we'll stop it there. And we'll put low density commercial. Actually, no. We'll put high density commercial all here. I don't know how well this is going to bode for us. But we'll see. And then the high density commercial along this section for the shoppers. And we'll see how they go. And right, okay, that could be interesting. It could be interesting. How's the commercial over here? We've still got a lot of commercial to grow over there when we've got no demand at this point. But that's okay. We'll now fill up with some high density residential on this strip going around. And do I add to this area and put a couple more cul-de-sacs in? Where's the tram stop? The tram stop is just there. So I could squeeze, let's say, one there. And I could get in one here. There's no issues with that. Okay, there kind of is. Right, let me bring that up a bit more. And then maybe create like another cul-de-sac just there. So they come off both ends. So one there, spin that. Bam, one there. Bit funky, but it should work. And then once they're all built up, we'll then dot a load of trees in the middle to kind of, you know, go with the theme of how woodland the islands are right now. But let that do what it's got to do. The car park's looking pretty juicy right now. And can we do something then to kind of encourage the flow of this traffic? My idea was originally to turn it into a one-way road. Well, it is a one-way road at the minute, bringing it in. So it would help if we put some junction restrictions here to, not allow them to cross the road and here, because we'll do the elevated crossings. Alright, this is one way to kind of keep this flowing to a certain extent. And then if I encourage it to continue to be a one-way road, I could have it where the left-hand lane is only for turning off, the right-hand lane is only for turning in. I don't know how well that would bode for us. But it's moving now, so, I mean, it all backs up over to there anyway. And all they're really doing is trying to get to that underground tunnel there. Because, you know, like I said, all tunnels are underground, but this one is extra undergroundy. This one is extra undergroundy. And there's not really much I could do about that without either adding in an additional route itself to the underground tunnel. Which, again, I could completely do. I could completely do that. And it's a way to kind of stop the loop going around. But it's mainly from people from over here who don't really have good access to a tunnel. We've got a lot of traffic on that one under there as well. But it's one of those things. It is what it is at the end of the day, isn't it? 'Tis what 'tis. So maybe I could think about doing a connection. So you see how this bends around here? Let's sample some of the delights of what we did last episode. And let's try and attempt to create another entry point. So if I go down by 15. And again, we're going against all freaking logic right now to kind of get something like this in. Right, there we go. I got worried then it deleted a thing. Now, this might be used as a heavy turn-off point as well. But we just got to see how it gets challenged by this. Oh, snap, snap. Hold on. Do you know what? That doesn't look too bad. It does look bad. Actually, no, because then what we could do here is bring that out as also its own little cul-de-sac. But I won't do the end of the road on it. Allow that to kind of build up. But then there's an additional way to kind of get in and out of that tunnel system, which probably then will filter all the traffic to that instead. It's one of those things, you're never going to win, and all I'm really doing is pushing the traffic underground. You're never going to win, Zodiac. You're never going to win. So what I could do is actually turn it also into a one-way road. So pause. Did the wrong type of road there. So if I turn it into a one-way road where you only exit in via this area, and if we set it up on the junction or the lane management, where these guys turn in that way, these guys are turning that. Well, you can obviously. Well, yeah, actually, yeah. Let's do it like that. Where if you're coming down to this junction, you're obviously wanting to go underground, and you're gonna have to take a route. You're gonna literally have to pick a route, which will keep that flowing a little bit more. But it then takes the edge off this, which already you can see the traffic has now disappeared just to here. It's completely gone. So I don't know what it then does for this area, whether it then just literally switches it all up and just moves the traffic on this side, which I assume it will. I assume it will do so. But then the backlog here is kind of going. So, I mean, you still got vehicles going down there. It just takes, it takes, even if it takes half the traffic from there to go down this way, it's still a success. But that is now working. Right, boys. Again, like I said, all I'm doing is pushing the traffic underground. That's literally all I'm doing right now, but 'tis what it is. Right, industrial demands. Now, this is the bit that I'm kind of nervous to do because it's going to cause even more traffic issues. But it's one of those things at this point right now. Do I even care? I got to get past the whole... If I see a vehicle stopped for even like a millisecond, I'm like, oh my god, traffic. Right, I'm going to bring this up. Oh, hang on, I'm underground. Alright, let's bring this up by 20. And then I'll go. It's going to have to be 11, which is annoying. Turn this off here. Why would that not connect? Oh, is it because of this? Hold on. Yeah. That's exactly what it was for. Let me pause because I'm now taking out freaking poles and stuff. What's going on? Oh, I'll take it from here instead then. Well, that can pass through there. And that's a 12 by 12. Or do I go? Yeah, there. We'll go from there. So I'm just trying to kind of create these little pass-through routes. To one, make extra traffic issues. That is definitely what I'm trying to attempt. But I'm trying to kind of create as much zonable space as possible. So ignore the layout. It's to gain as much zonable space as I can. So I can drop down some industrial. Oh, why did it move at the very end? Why you do this to me? There we go. That's what I want. So again, yeah, I'm just trying to create as much zonable space as possible. Delete these power lines. I know they're hooking up the power to many, many places. But I'll redo them now. So that goes to there, gives that power. That goes to there, gives that power. This area here at the minute doesn't have power. Oh, I should have made it higher at the beginning. There we go. They should now have power, which everybody's then connected. But they'll all be connected again anyway when I drop all the industrial down. But this is going to be a monstrosity right now. You ready for this, boys? Are you ready, kids? Right, there we go. Dropping it all over the place. Going to cause maximum issues. But I'm ready for it. I'm freaking ready for it, boys. Let's get the paint tool out. Let's paint this boy. And fill in all the gaps. Which by placing down more of this should spark then more of the residential and commercial growth. But this is going to cause ultimate traffic. So we say we're ready. But are we really ready to watch the monstrosity unfold? Ooh, I don't know if we are or not. We'll get some offices anyway. In the least needed areas. The offices of the fishing industry. Just going to dot them around. And that is a lot of demand that is going to be created from that. But the thing is, I don't have the demands to fill all of that. Which is also quite hilarious. So, let's now then, tree-wise, let me grab them, which is pretty much a range of these. Just dot them all about. And then we need... I forget which tree it is. There we go. It's this one. I had to think for a second there. Which tree is it, boys? I'm not quite sure here. We'll get the trees off the beach, boy. There we go. And then there's still zoning that needs to be built and stuff like that. So again, we'll just give that time. Right. So we're still waiting down here though for that commercial to be finished. Oh, and there's no waterworks. There's all waterworks over here, right? Not fully. There we go. So demands are not there no more for the amount of zoning I've placed down at this point. But it is slowly getting all filled up, which is good to see. But we are now going to get a lot of traffic as the zoning starts to build from the natural, like people moving in, if that makes sense. You're still going to get that. What are these tunnels over here like these days? Still pretty good. Very, very happy. Can't really complain. It's just the others. We just don't want to talk about it right now. We don't want to talk about it right now, guys. But yeah, traffic is sweet, mate. It is sweet. And we'll leave it like that then, give it time to grow. Residential demand is still then increasing, which will fill in those last little bits and bobs. The industrial demand right there. Do you know, I would have thought that would have grown more than it actually is, but it's not. And that's quite surprising to me right now. That's interesting. But it's going to take a long time for all that stuff to grow anyway. It doesn't take a long time. But guys, let me know what I should do for that penultimate, well, not penultimate, this is the penultimate episode. For that final episode, how do we destroy FishTown? Do we just bring in a huge tsunami? Do we kind of treat it where the fish take revenge on FishTown and rise up from the sea with a huge tsunami wave and invade the lands, and the fish come onto lands and attack all the people? Is that how we do it? Is that how we say goodbye to this beautiful series? Let me know, guys, in the comment section down below. There's a little piece of land over here. What's going on? Is that the USA? I ain't going down those routes. I'm not having Oil Town flashbacks right now. But guys, until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.